Good night, good morning to all and yours. This is Oshmagosh. I hope your night has gotten you to a point where you're in your bed and not worrying about the trials and tribulations of the day. The sun's like a nightlight that turns off when you need it to. And when winter hits, it becomes annoyingly too close to when you want your day to continue to go. That's if you don't live in Alaska or Iceland or Antarctica or Arctic. You know, all those places, they put you in a space where you're unsure of what time it is. But the cool thing is, your internal clock tells you exactly where you need to be at all times. And as you breathe, we walk into this night where things turn dark, but we're still aware of how we got here. I always thought that whenever God sneezes, the Wi-Fi stops working. Just for a second, just that second to let you know that they're there. We're here. I couldn't tell you how the internet works. Some would say crystals. Some might say it's magic. Not magic like the way that those robot vacuums work. Because to the average person, they got a mind of their own. No. Debatably, the Wi-Fi stops when God sneezes, as if Alexa wasn't just a voice, Oh man. Nah, Alexa, she's got an attitude. She feels a little bit deeper than most. But as we sleep and our eyes get heavy, we start to think about those things that cause actuality in our lives, that makes us aware of these deep questions. Will color me shocked? Color me shocked. What does that even mean? Color my attributes. Paint me red. Color me an emotion. What color is shocked? Maybe an electric yellow or lime green. Now, I don't think about it as a red. No, red sits in a throne in my head that's surrounded by awareness, attention, and the things that I should be looking at when I thought I shouldn't. It's kind of gorgeous when you're not looking at it as just an action. God forbid. I say God, whether or not you believe in a God, but that God that I talk about is more so thing that we don't know, that we want to know, that sits in your head like a thumb on a piece of paper when the wind's blowing a little bit too fast, or it might leave if you let go. And we hear about it all the time. What is that? What are these things? Miracle workers. Now, as you try to fall asleep, who are these contractors that we call miracle workers? These unexplainable explainers who delve into their own tricks like a magician. A magician that's never given up his hands. Think of magicians. They got that long hair because they don't give a damn shit. Wearing all black, like a Wiccan, like someone who is still wearing trip pants in 2004, who shops at all the stores that you gave up when you left your scene phase at the age of 12. And then there's us. Online shopping, looking at ourselves as if this is peak us, until next year we see ourselves in a whole new light, and it's beautiful. And we should feel good about ourselves right now, because we know it's not gonna come back when we're wearing this ridiculous stuff. But how good would it feel to look back and remember that you were unbelievably confident in your skin, to live and experience this life that we have in 2021 like a goddamn boss. Now, I want to tell you all, as you're falling asleep and your eyes start to get more than heavy, there used to be a steakhouse where I grew up called Bugaboo Creek, and they had in the lobby a moose. Now, it wasn't a moose, it was a moose head animatronic. Now, this moose head did this thing where it talked to people, and it talked to them in a way that they didn't need to respond. In a beautiful way. A lot of times I find that the negative aspects of our day can go on like that, where they can attack us or talk to us, but we don't have to respond. And the reason why, we know it's just on repeat. It's happening over and over. It's not dependent on us. It's dependent on the programming. Nature versus nurture. Something so beautiful but also so hectic in our lives. these lives that we chose and fell into and didn't choose, it becomes us in a way that's impressive if we were to describe it in the right way. And this moose from Bugaboo Creek, it wasn't being negative, it was just stimulating us. The thing is, without this stimulation, I don't know how we would achieve our ability to talk to people like people, to get out of our own little worlds to a place that actually makes sense. We're flourishing beings who love to love and love to feel and act on impulse and emotion and treat people the way that we want to be treated. And that's a place that I want to fall asleep to. Somewhere that feels nice and stays nice, and the weather is just below 80, and it's a nice wind that hits us in the face, and our eyebrows got a little bit of sand in it from the beach. And you don't have to shake it out. No. You don't have to shake it out. It's something that you can grow to love. We can accustom ourselves into this space that feels nice and warm, like dipping into a bath of water that was steeped in a ramen noodle package, and the flavor was love. No, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. I kind of want to sit in a moment that was something that's nostalgic, like Pokemon cards. Nostalgic, like, you know, silly putty and the smell that it makes. And when you fold it over in itself, it makes a pop like a bubble. I think family, after close life instances, but not until then. As if what's my focus is my family in that moment of that close life instance. And it's that in this moment we surf. After then, the wave of the now closes in while we forget that life can end and loneliness could follow our death like a got milk banner on a biplane in the name of your Lord, my God. Now the reality of the situation is everything's okay. But we have to experience these downs in order to feel good in the highs. If we don't have those downs, what do we got? I might have mentioned before, but it's the bad flavors and assortment candies that make the good flavors as good as they are. It's broken in the sands, down off your luck. Devote to your man's lawns covered in slumps. How's a piece of your fam you brought tucked and stuck? Leave me in pieces. Nights creeping, you're stuck, we're gone. Reaching for God, and this God that we talk about is just a good idea in our heads. No matter who you are, where you come, it's that shrimp and grits. It's that smell of them Pillsbury croissants when you finish them. It's right in your head, right in your mind, and we sit there, we bask, and we love it. And once it's gone, we rest and close our eyes.